Marcia Kish, and welcome to the 5 ingredients to a blended learning classroom. In today's section, we're going to be talking about collecting data and how you use data to drive a blended learning classroom. Let's get started. In section 1, we learned about understanding blended learning. I gave examples of rotational blended learning and how I use it during my trainings and workshops. In this section, we're going to talk about collecting data. Collecting data is a key part of a blended learning classroom. You need to know where the students are before, during, and after any section that they are working on. I usually do a pre-assessment 1 or 2 days before I start a new unit with a student. I want to know what they know and what they need to know in order to create a specific lesson to identify those skills that the student needs to learn. I also do quick formative assessments throughout every single day. I do quick formative assessments using Google Forms, and this is just an example. The main dish over to the left shows you that these are quick results that are given by using different scripts and add-ons in Google that will allow me to quickly identify the students that need help and those students that mastered the skill. A perfect score for this is a 7 out of 7. So you can see that some students did get everything right. If they got a perfect score, 7 out of 7, I move them right on to the next section. I don't hold them back. I don't make them relearn things that they already know. But I also see that some students only got a 1 out of 7. Those students are quickly identified. I know exactly where their strengths and weaknesses are, and I give them appropriate material to help them build their foundation of knowledge. I also use quick formative assessment checks throughout the day. I call them stand-ups. The stand-ups go and they tell teachers where they are and where they're going. Like they actually move their name card from one location to the next to identify where skills they're working on. It's a quick check, and it also allows other students to keep that motivation going. Like, oh, they're working on that. I can go partner up with that person. Or, oh, they're stuck. Maybe this roadblock. Maybe if they're stuck on this roadblock, I can go help them. So this whole like stand-up situation in a blended learning environment really does help. It gives that quick overall glance of where students are in the classroom. And when I'm doing those stand-ups, I use like avatars or name cards. And since I created the blended learning cookbook, what I did was I actually created recipe cards. And on one side of the recipe card has the directions, and on the back it has all the things they had to do. So students can quickly go through and check off where they are and where they need to go. Here's some of my data tricks when I'm doing blended learning. I absolutely love Pear Deck. Pear Deck is a very interactive tool that can be used with any device, mobile, Chrome, iPads, anything that has internet connection, Pear Deck works with. And it's great because the students can actually move around the screen. Like if they can identify where they are, they can put in points. Here's just a multiple choice question that pops up, and I could quickly see that 27 students answered B while 0 students answered D. Hopefully B was the right answer, right? And it also quickly shows me that Brian, this is the data collection, that Brian actually picked B, and I'm able to go in there quickly and see that, oh, he answered it. And then I also have one student who did not respond. So I could quickly see the data that is collected from the students, and I can go and work with those students. Other formative assessment tools that I use is Get It. Get It is another mobile device or web-based application that quickly just asks the students where they are and if they need extra help. Flubaroo, I love Flubaroo, but we're going to talk about that in the next screen. And then, of course, Socrative. Socrative is another online mobile device that does not require a username and password. Students can take the test or the formative assessments at any given point in time, and that data is automatically collected and graded for the teacher. I'm all about working smart, not harder. So this is the data tip, and it is Flubaroo. Flubaroo is a Google add-on. So you create your Google form, and when you have your form created, you go into the spreadsheet where the data is collected, and you get the add-on called Flubaroo. Flubaroo will then walk you through step by step on how to actually grade and assess the assessment that you're giving to the students. If you would like to learn more about how to use Flubaroo, go to edtechroadtrip.com and go to St. Louis. This is another website training tool that I created, so feel free to go and explore it. Again, these are just some of my collecting data tips and tricks for a blended learning environment. You have to have the data in order to drive a classroom. For more information about blended learning webinars, classes, or sessions, feel free to contact me at kishmarcia@gmail.com or follow me on Twitter at @DSDPD.